Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I have a project share for ScrapDiva Designs, and this is featuring one of her older die sets, and it is this mini heart alpha die set. And as you can see, these are fairly small alphas. They are about 3/4 inch high per letter, and each letter has a little tiny heart cut out of it. This die set is really handy. I use it often for small projects, so I think this is kind of one of the must-haves of ScrapDiva's collections. The other tools I used in my project today, I might as well get into that now, are this mini wooden alpha die stamp set. And you can get these at Michael's. I purchased this in basically like the impulse buying section, which is, where you line up at most Michael's. And this mini stamp set has come in really handy. I've collected a few of these over the years, and these come in handy for small projects. And the other tool I use for my project is this circle punch. And this one I bought from Daiso, and I think this is about a 3/4 inch hole punch or circle punch, and I use this instead of a regular hole punch for my project. So just to get into it, this project is completely inspired by this coupon book from the Target Dollar Spot, and it's a Valentine's themed voucher book, and it has coupons for coffee date, spa day, BFF brunch, takeout, shopping, etc. So I saw this and I actually snatched it up right away. I'm trying to be really good about not grabbing things I don't need, but I was really inspired by this. I thought it was a really fun little coupon book. And after having seen that, I decided I'm gonna make my own. So just a quick walkthrough on how to create this. You only need 2 sheets of cardstock. One sheet is 2.5 by 5 inches, and the other one is 3 by 5.5 inches. So I'll add these dimensions to the description box below. But yeah, you don't need very much paper to create this project. To create the corners, I used that 3/4 inch circle punch, and I just eyeballed it. I was not very precise at all. And no one's gonna notice once you start doing all your layering. But yeah, you just take this and you just insert it in, and voila. So you get that nice ticket shape. So again, you only need 2 sheets, and I'll just start with this one. The collections I used for my ephemera are from AC Digital's. So the digital collections are Sweet Story, Kiss Kiss, and Main Squeeze. And those are pretty much my go-to collections for Valentine's crafting. So for each ticket, I kept it quite flat. There's only 2 layers really, and the layer that is propped up is just using 1 layer of foam tape. So for this project, you'll see that, I've stamped Voucher for A, and I just use VersaFine black ink for that. And you'll see here that I have 2 different color alphas because I think I ran out of some letters for one color, so then I had to dig into the set for another. And one of them is gold foil and one is just pink cardstock. And I've just used 65-pound cardstock for each of these layers. And to add some contrast around the top layer, I actually stitched using hot pink thread. And if you don't have a sewing machine, what I recommend is, tape or glue down this top layer, and then you can just use a marker and just add dashed lines, or, draw a straight line or something, just to add some contrast so that you can see the edge of the ticket a bit. And then this one, I've been using leftover paper. This is, I think, cardstock from the Flourish collection. And this is paper from, I think, Maggie Holmes' Garden Party. And same approach as I did with the previous ticket. This is all cut using gold foil cardstock, and then just simple layering. And then I stitched around using gold thread. Okay, this one, again, same approach, used hot pink thread again for sewing here, but I wanted to point out that, you know, you'll see some contrast to this edge here, and that's because this is using truly a remnant from an old project I did, and you'll see the selvage edge here of the paper pad. So I tend to always rip off or rip out my paper from the paper pad and remove it from the selvage edge, but here's a case where I think it's a good idea to just leave it on, because you can create these really cute tickets with this contrast patterns. And, you know, if you create a whole, you know, book of these, maybe like, you know, 4 or 5, you can just bind the seam here or the, with either some, like a heavy staple or some, you know, hole punch it and just use some ribbon binding. That would make a super cute coupon book. And then your recipient can just like rip it out because, you know, this is already perforated. But yeah, that, I thought, you know, definitely keep the edge on your paper if you don't, like me, normally just rip it out like I always do. But yeah, I thought that that was fun to have this contrast between the main part of the ticket and the edge. And then here's an unfinished ticket. I stopped because when I used the VersaVine ink on this foil cardstock, it didn't completely dry, and I stamped this last night. So yeah, it's too late for me to do it now, but one option would have been to just throw some embossing powder on it and just, you know, heat treat it so that the letters could stay on that way. Or the other option, of course, is to use like Stays On ink, which I'm probably going to end up doing here. And yeah, those are my projects today. Again, it's using an older die set from ScrapDiva, which I'll have linked in my description box below, along with the dimensions of the paper sizes that I used. And thank you so much for visiting my channel. Please follow #ScrapDiva Designs for project inspiration. There are some wonderful projects from crafters that are out right now. I'm constantly inspired by them, and I'm so grateful for you joining my channel today to watch me share this project. And thank you, and have a wonderful day. Bye.